Now, if there was one children's programme that proved skeletons could be funny rather than frightening, it was Funnybones. With its simple black and white characters, catchy theme tune, and wonderfully silly adventures, the series became a memorable part of early 1990s children's television. Funnybones was a British animated series based on the popular books created by Janet and Alan Ahlberg. The original Funnybones book was published in 1980 and was followed by a collection of 9 storybooks. More than a decade later, the characters made the jump from page to television in their own animated adventure. That television series first appeared in September 1992, originally being broadcast in Welsh on S4C before the English language version was shown on BBC One. There was just one series, consisting of 12 episodes, with each lasting only around 5 minutes. At the heart of the programme were the Funnybones themselves, Big Funnybone and Little Funnybone. Although they were both skeletons, there was nothing particularly scary about them at all. Instead, they were an amusing pair whose adventures were filled with curiosity, mischief, and the sort of simple problems that could turn into wonderfully silly situations. Little Funnybone was the brains of the group, while Big Funnybone was rather more straightforward and was known for his catchphrase, "Good idea." They were joined by their skeletal dog, Dog Funnybone, whose contribution to many adventures could be summed up with his enthusiastic woof. The characters' simple designs were part of the charm of the series. The bony characters might sound like an unusual choice for a preschool programme, but the friendly expressions and humorous stories made them instantly approachable. The adventures often took place in familiar surroundings, but with a wonderfully strange twist. The Funnybones could go exploring, encounter other characters, or find themselves dealing with unexpected problems. The stories were short and easy to follow, but they were packed with little jokes and visual gags. One of the reasons the television series worked so well was its narration. The English version featured comedian Griff Rhys Jones, who provided the voices and the narration and also played the mysterious Moon Man. His distinctive delivery gave the programme much of its personality, helping to bring the small cast of characters to life. Musically, this series was equally memorable. Ernie Wood composed the music, while the combination of the distinctive animation, narration and theme tune helped give Funnybones an identity that was very different from many other children's programmes of the period. Although its original run lasted only from September to December 1992, Funnybones continued to be remembered by viewers who grew up watching it. Its short episodes made it perfectly suited to children's television schedules, and the stories were simple enough for young children to enjoy, while still containing plenty of humour for older viewers. What makes Funnybones particularly nostalgic is how completely it embraced its own simple idea. There were no complicated worlds or huge cast of characters. Instead, there were a few friendly skeletons, a dog, and a series of amusing little adventures. More than 30 years later, Funnybones remains a charming reminder of the early 1990s era of British children's television. Based on much-loved books and brought to life with its distinctive animation and memorable voices, it managed to turn something that might normally have been frightening into something warm, funny, and surprisingly lovable. For anyone who remembers those little skeletons wandering through the night, Funnybones is a perfect example of how children's television could take a wonderfully simple idea and turn it into something unforgettable.